What is up, YouTube, and welcome to Brute Strength Day 141. Again, dumbbell pressing, just feeling absolutely perfect. I have no idea what has gone on, where all of this sudden gain in strength has come from. But again, maybe it's contributed to the really all-out set I did with 100 kg some time back. I felt like this set here of 12 reps was not as strong as the 11 reps I did the week before. Um, but there's so many things I have to consider with this training. As I said in the last video, I trained at night the day before. I had to push in basically 3 trainings in 2 days because of a trip we went on with university. Like we had like our freshman trip to end our freshman period at the university, where we went to a place for like 2 days and had activities, party stuff like that. Um, so I knew that I was gonna be fatigued for this. So getting 12 reps for a PR was really nice, and I never doubted that I would get that last rep, even though it obviously looked very tough. I mean, it was very tough, but I just knew with all the reps that the speed felt so good, and I even decided to pause it longer just to make it pretty challenging because I know right now that I'm actually able to recover from these pretty hard all-out sets in the dumbbell pressing. Um, so I'm going to push those a little bit more as I'm now in a really good state where I'm getting great sleep and have a low stress levels compared to when I first moved. And that is why I was in a little bit of a rough period with basically my training overall. You have seen all my training clips, like you saw in the last video how my squats were looking. And 145 kg, I would say, was moving pretty close to the best that it ever has. So it's certainly a sign that I'm back on track. There's not as much stress going on. I'm able to recover well in between sessions, get more sleep, focus on training a lot. Even with things at university, there's obviously a lot of stuff going on. We have to work on our project in with my group. We have a lot of reading, things like that, and yeah, when we have and things where we have to meet in class. But getting your priorities right, things like that, it allows to get in a lot of quality training. And I think it's actually like I hear some people say that when they're at university, um, they find it hard to get in training. Like there's a lot of stuff to read. I think it mainly comes down to priorities because I feel like, especially now with also with like AI, ChatGPT, Copilot, things like that, it makes it a lot easier. You don't have to necessarily read everything yourself. Some of the stuff you can make ChatGPT just summarize for you, and that way you're gonna save maybe like 30 minutes an hour, something like that. And it's a lot easier than having a full-time job, etc., maybe, or having kids and stuff later on, or working your own company. So I think while at university is one of the times in your life where you are going to have the most time available to train if you are getting your priorities right. But yeah, overall, like considering this training was performed like what, like 10 hours or something like that after the other training ended, this was really good because I knew that I was not going to be fully recovered at all for this training. And I also know I didn't do like chest training, but it's still gonna have an impact on my nervous system, and I'm gonna feel fucking tired having to get up just 10 hours after ending another training. So I'm really satisfied with how these 2 trainings went, the marathon training and then this 90 minutes training in the morning, where I also did some really strong one arm pull downs and some really strong bicep stuff. And what was the last thing I did? I did a couple of rows as well, which was also pretty good. Oh wait, yeah, I did do rows. I think, yeah, I did do rows, so that was also pretty decent. And I also did some lateral raises, so overall a pretty decent session. A lot of stuff done. I didn't keep the most amount of rest in between sessions because I only had like 90 minutes, but a really good training, everything taken into consideration.